Okay, I literally only have one chance to do this, but I have to do this, guys. I have to. This said don't use inside. No, it says use outside only. Either which way. Does it work? Oh, wrong way. I'm so scared. Okay, wait, hold on. This really said for outdoor use only. Okay. Oh my god, guys, we have hit 1,000 followers. Oh my god, thank you guys so much. Like, you guys showed out. I'm grateful, and I just want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, watching my video, sharing, commenting on all that. Like, I'm ecstatic right now. I've been doing YouTube for literally less than 2 months, and I've met the requirements for monetization, and that my friends is a big deal. And I just wanted to come on here and celebrate with you guys before we get into this next video. Again, thank you so much. There is so much more to expect, so much more in store for you from my channel. And if you have not already, so I just want to thank you guys for helping me get to almost 90K. I think it's at 86,000. My last butterfly lock video. Believe it or not, that was my, I don't know if I said it. What happened in that last video, the instrumental that I used, I thought it was free, but I guess it wasn't free for YouTube purposes. So I got hit with a copyright claim, so I had to mute just about the entire video. And I realized that people really don't read. Y'all came for me in the comments, dislike the video and all that, when I tried my best to explain everything in the description bar. So I'm hoping that this little pre-clip of me speaking is gonna help those who don't like to read, because a lot of us don't like to read. So I'm here. Don't skip over this part, because you're gonna come in the comments asking me the same questions that I'm gonna thoroughly explain right now. So in this video, this is the technique that I now do. As I said, the last video that I did with the butterfly faux locks was my first time, so it was kind of like me feeling out exactly how I want to do it. So in this video for her, I used this hair. Y'all said I didn't put the kind of hair I used or whatever, so this is the hair I used. Sorry, I didn't have a complete packaging yet. It's Brazilian water curl in 20 inches. This is how it looks. You cannot say I did not tell you exactly what hair I used. This is the hair I used in 20 inches, Brazilian curl. I mean, y'all was getting deep with the questions in a #1. The color is a #1. So this is all I use. I didn't use any other hair. I didn't use the Cuban twist hair. I didn't use the Marley twist hair for the thickness or anything. I went ahead and stuck with this method. My client in the first video, her hair was not tight. It was a little bit more stiff than the ones that I do now, because I used the Cuban twist because her hair was very thin. But this method here, no matter if your hair is thin or thick, it will just depend on how much water wave hair that you feed in at a time and wrap with. So I like to use the longer lengths, like the 18, 20, 22s. In that video, I think I used a 12 inch. And with the 12 inch, you just have to keep feeding it in, and it takes up a little bit more time. So with this, it's just one wrap back up, wrap back down, and then that's gonna give you the thickness of the butterfly faux lock. So again, this is the hair that I used. And in this video is gonna be a more simpler form, a more easier to do method of the butterfly bonita distressed, all kind of names for it, faux locks. So this one is gonna be super flexible, not tight at all. You can put it up immediately, you can sleep on it. It's light, it's fluffy, it's the messier, the more beautiful. So enjoy this video, updated method of how I do my butterfly distressed bonita, what other names are there for it, faux locks. Stay tuned.
Just like a post without caption. Do it for the gram, do it for the gram. Girl is one in a million, like Julian. This girl bigger than billion. She Caribbean, so Caribbean.
So the first thing I did, which I did not show in the video, you can check out my other video to see exactly how I did that part. I plait the client's real hair into singles all around. After that, I'm gonna take 2 strands of water wave hair and I'm gonna comb it out maybe 2 to 3 times just to kind of separate the curls just a little bit, to kind of give it the rough lock texture, but we still want to keep all the curls. Then I'm going to take my crochet needle and feed that into the plait of my client's hair, and the one side of the water wave hair is going to be to the length where I want it, and then I'm going to take the other side and start wrapping. So for your first 2 to 4 wraps, you want to wrap very tightly. Very tightly, you want to wrap the first few wraps to kind of lock that in. You don't want it coming loose or getting too old before it's time. So you want to make sure that the beginning is wrapped very tightly. And as you can see, I'm using the thumb method, and that is what I use to create the bumps in the hair. That's how you get the little butterfly effect. I create the bumps in the hair. And even if you don't wrap as loosely coming down for the first wrapping, that's pretty much okay, because that will actually seal in your hair with the water wave hair. And then when you wrap back up, as you'll see, is when you'll completely start to loosen up. So you can see the bumps that I created here with my thumb. It may be a little difficult at first, but once you got the hang of it, it's gonna just be like second nature to you. So when you reach the end, sometimes I leave a little piece of curl out, and it just gives me that nice, what do you call it? That nice goddess look with the little curls. I just think it's too cute. So sometimes I do leave a little piece of curl out, and then I wrap back up. And so I will probably wrap tightly for the first or second wrap coming back up, and then I completely loosen up and I just lightly wrap back up. And that is what's gonna make the lock thicker. So as I said in the first video, I didn't figure all of this out yet. I was still playing around, feeling it out. But this way, when you wrap back up, you wrap super loosely. And then you wrap back down, and wrapping up and wrapping back down, that's why I like the longer lengths. That is how you get the thickness and the texture that you want from these faux locks. And even though I wrapped up and I wrapped back down, the bumps I created with my thumbs, you can still see them. You can sometimes, if you're hiding it, I kind of like wrap over them so I don't cover them. But if I do, I just kind of separate it a little bit and kind of pull it out, because you want to see those bumps. So towards the end, what I do, I wrap the ends around tightly, and I take some nail glue and I just hit it with a little bit of nail glue, and it's completely secured. And there you have your perfect butterfly lock. People are charging for this, guys. Like, I'm on Instagram looking at, other work and stuff, and there's legit people charging for especially this technique. I've seen so many girls asking, do you want to see how you create the bob look with your long hair? Guys, this is what they do. You don't have to pay for it. I am offering this to you free. The only thing I'm asking is for you to subscribe and like the video. So what you do to make that hair shorter, as you've seen as you can see in the video, you take your crochet needle and you crochet the end of your hair into the middle of your hair, or however, whatever length that you try to get it to be. You would crochet it up. Up as high as you need to create the length that you're looking for. So here I'm just gonna do the same thing that we did for the first one. You feed it in with the crochet needle, you drop one end to where you want that lock to be, and then you take the other long end and you wrap very tightly for your first 2 to 4 wraps, or until you feel comfortable. And then you can start to loosen up. You do the thumb method, you create the bumps in your hair, and you wrap down. I promise you, it is not tight. Even if it looks tight, it is not tight at all, because there's no other hair pulling against your hair. It's gonna feel as if you've braided your own natural hair in singles. The only thing that the client might feel is a little tension when you're starting your first 2 to 4 wraps. When you have to kind of grip it tightly, that's the only thing they're gonna feel. As you start wrapping down, or when you're finished with that lock, it is gonna loosen right back up and they would not feel a thing. I promise you. I'd be running my hand through their hair. I'd be like, does it feel good? Is it good? And they're, all of them. I did so many heads since this, and this method is so lightweight and so flexible. I love it. I love it. And as you can see, it's pretty simple to do. It's pretty simple to do. And with this style, it doesn't have to be perfect. It literally doesn't have to be perfect, because the messier, the prettier. So as you can see, we are wrapping back up, and then that is when we completely loosen up and just throw that hair over all the way back up, and then do the same thing coming back down. So manipulating the hair with the comb, if you could definitely see what it did to the hair. It kind of separated the curls a little bit, so it gave me more texture to play with, and it's giving me the lock look, it's giving me the curls, it's giving me the bumps. So I think it's a really good tip that you guys do manipulate the strands of hair before feeding it in to wrap. And again, when we're ready to seal that off, we're just gonna wrap the end around the lock a little more tightly than we've been wrapping for the lock, and then we're just gonna hit it with some nail glue, and it is not gonna go anywhere, and you have another perfect lock. When I'm done, I take mousse and I rub it all throughout my client's head. It works with, if there is a little tension on the scalp from those first few wraps, it relieves some of the tension. It feels amazing on the client's head. It gives the hair some shine. I don't really see me doing it in this video. Maybe I missed that part in the recording, but I do go ahead with my hands and I just like do some palm rolls throughout the locks to give it, you know, a more distressed look. And then you edge up your client's edges. You form the locks where you want it to fall. I usually pull them on the side. It's super, 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 super pretty. And then you're basically done, and you have a damn near perfect head of butterfly locks. If you have reached this far into the video, you, my friend, are the real MVP, and I want to thank you so, 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 so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in another video.